Hi gang, and welcome to lesson 5.3. Time to get into some ICM. This is the first of the ICM videos where I want to focus on the general ICM principles and bubble factor. This is not only going to prepare you for the next ICM lesson, but really help with your decision making when it comes to that critical stage of the tourney, where you're about to be paid a portion of the prize pool, or in the case of a pay jump, whereby lasting an extra position or two, you may be able to win a larger percentage of the prize pool, which is really what the independent chip model is all about, isn't it? There's been past models used, but ICM has been favored as the best model we have for reflecting the relationship between chip stacks at the table and their relation to the prize pool. Because although we play with chips, essentially we're really playing with equity in the tourney, or prize EV. See, in a cash game or winner-take-all tournament, chips retain their value. A dollar chip is worth $1. But in tournaments where we have buy-ins and prize pool distribution, chips can change value not only at different stages of the tourney, but depending on the size of the stack. Perhaps you've heard of that time when it's correct to fold aces. It's kind of used frequently as the prototypical example of bubble play. When does such a situation occur? In a satellite, doesn't it? If there's 101 players left and top 100 in a super satellite get a World Series of Poker main event entry, let's say, and a big stack pushes on another big stack, then of course aces become the easiest fold in the world. And this is due to the non-linearity of the chips. That is, the additional chips you can win in such a situation are virtually worthless to you, but losing costs everything. Let's say in a spot you thought you were a 90% chance to get a $10,000 seat. Your chips are worth to you $9,000. If your stack was 2,000 in chips, well, in this instance, that would be $4.50 a chip. And if that was a big stack for the tourney, and if you thought you had a 90% chance of winning an entry ticket or a seat in the satellite, then we guess it would be a big stack. And if you had the chance to clash against another big stack that would eliminate you from the tournament, and you had pocket aces, well, sure, doubling up might, let's say, make you a 99% chance to get an entry, but can you see what I'm getting at here? You've only gained 9% from doubling up, but you've risked 90% in the process. So the aces become the easiest fold in the world, and, well, calling would be complete madness. And in fact, your chips would only now be worth 4,000 divided by 9,900, because you're a 99% chance now, remember, at a $10,000 seat. So that would be around $2.48 each. So your chip value has actually decreased, and in a sense, there's no point having more chips than you need. If there was a 1BB stack all in the next hand, and you had a big stack and called with aces against another big stack, you could almost be risking the 10,000 seat for a gain of virtually zero. Hence, again, why I said the aces can be the easiest fold in the world. And although this is, of course, a somewhat extreme example, the same, albeit usually to a lesser extent, but still key, occurs in tournaments in general, especially even where there's multiple places that are paid, as is the case with MTTs. If you win all the chips, you don't get the entire prize pool, and your EV is determined not just by your own stack, but as was the case in the satellite example, everyone else's chip stack. If someone gets eliminated from the tourney, even though you haven't gained chips yourself, your prize expectation increases. But how can we account for this change in chip value so we can understand it better and make good decisions at the table?